If you love entertainment, current events, and Hollywood, don't miss Creator to Creators, hosted by the filmmaker Meosha, known for the Shudder hit documentary Horror Noir and the acclaimed film Anatomy of an Anti-Hero, Redemption. This show features interviews with filmmakers and creatives from around the globe. Join the fun with guest celebrities and gain valuable insights. Subscribe now and follow Creator to Creators.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Creators to Creators today. Today we have a special guest.
Lyrical Chris.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Welcome. I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely. So I love going back to the beginning. I always say the beginning chart our trajectory in life, our little habits that we pick up along the way follow us into our adulthood. Tell me a little bit about your childhood. What was that like? And when did your love for music form?
Yeah, so a little bit about my childhood. I was raised by my mom and my grandma at my grandma's house. Grew up in the South, Tifton, Georgia. So I'm a Southern boy. When I start loving music at an very early age, like as a toddler, my mom used to always say to listen to her when she played her music. I would listen to whatever she would play, whether that's James Brown or any of those guys. She used to love Gap Band. She loved Gap Band. And then my brother, I had a brother. I'm the youngest of all my brothers and sisters.
Nice.
And my brother used to be a rapper, and he would rap in high school and everything. And he always played a lot of different music, and he loved the New York music. And he used to love Wu-Tang a lot. And me and my other younger brothers, like we would listen to him and kind of bite off him and everything. And
Nice.
it came to the point where it was Old Dirty Bastard, that his song Brooklyn Zoo, that really, I mean, I was the song was already out for a while, for like a year, but when he used to play it all the time, even but and I used to see the video at a young age. Haven't been watching that though, but we used to rap it and everything. That's like my favorite. That song right there kind of pinpointed me to want to, like, try this rap stuff out. And listening to him and listening to I'm from the South, so I listened to Ludacris, T.I., and a lot of people like that. And
Nice.
as I got older, like in like high school, I went back and like listened to Nas, because everybody used to say, "Oh, Nas is the best rapper, Nas, Jay-Z, da da da." And I started listening to Nas all the way from back when his first album, Illmatic, and on. And I used to exercise playing his albums, just observing and listening. And he became one of my favorite. Well, not even one of my favorite, but he became my favorite rapper. And
Yes.
that's and then all that led up to me just I started rapping in school, doing little freestyles, and then doing battle rapping a little bit. And just when I got home, I would listen to music. I would either listen to a rapper or I would listen to beats, just creating things and trying to figure out who I want to be. Because that's
Mhm.
something I knew I wanted to be, is like be a rapper, but I wanted to be one of the best. So, and I told myself, if I want to be one of the best, I gotta listen to the best. I gotta listen to Kendrick. I gotta listen to Jay-Z. I have to listen to even go back to Rakim. I mean, I wouldn't even, like I said, I wasn't born with mostly rappers like Rakim and them and Big Daddy Kane and all that, but I went back and kind of listened to all those people like that, Biz Markie, with how he was beating boxing and everything like that. Kind of went back and just listened to all that music, and I feel like that really helped me to prepare to who I am and what I wanted to be today, as far as trying to figure out how I can be different from all of those and be who I am in my unique way. Because one thing I learned from all those rappers, Busta Rhymes, DMX, all those guys, Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Tupac, all those, it's just they all had their own uniqueness. When you heard a Tupac
Right.
song, you knew that was Tupac. When you heard a Busta Rhymes song, you knew that was Busta Rhymes. You heard Nas song, you knew it was Nas. That, like everybody was their own uniqueness, and now today is what I see is that everybody kind of wants to be the same a little bit. Like I look at it as, you know, if you think of it as painters,
Hmm.
uh, it's like everybody wants to paint the same picture, but maybe change the color of it. So it's like
Right.
everybody want to paint you paint a picture of a skateboarder skating on a skate park. Everybody's painting the same skateboarder, but he probably just changing his shirt or his hat or whatever like that. But it's still the same skate park, everything like that. But when you look at a real artist, a true person that paints, you can always kind of look at that artist. You be like, oh, that I know that's Picasso. I know that's Michelangelo, or things
Right.
like that. So that's what I kind of want to bring back and bring in, like some of that uniqueness. You know what I mean? Like to the point where it brings back that uniqueness of what has been missing in hip hop and the music in general. I mean, but
Yeah.
especially hip hop. I feel like a lot of people just want to just bite off everybody's tree and not plant their own seeds.
Yeah, that part. That's very true. A lot of people do that. And you're right, there's a bunch of carbon copies, same people, kind of different faces, but it's kind of the same thing. So I always say there's never going to be, I mean, you can say relatively a living legend right now would probably, as far as like young, I would say Beyonce. Um,
Mhm.
there's a few others, but like I don't think a lot of people want to be at that level of greatness, like your Whitney Houston's or your Prince or Michael Jackson. I don't think they. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna see those anymore
Yeah, I,
with
I
just the way
agree,
the
but
music
I feel,
world is going. Sadly,
yeah, yeah, I agree with that. But for me, I feel like if I get the right people to be with me and get the right
you could
crowd
be.
of,
Yeah,
I feel like I can take it there,
yeah.
based on my thought process. How everything when you listen to music and you see how I'm doing all these things, everything's like well thought out.
No,
And
yeah, it really is. And
yeah,
and and I'm not saying you can't get there. I definitely think you can. I just feel like the industry, the core of the industry, I think that's why the greats somehow leave. And, you know, because it's like they become bigger than the corporation. Like I think you can only go so far when you're with the corporation, or at least it just seems that way. So I think like ownership of self is, I mean, true freedom, really. But
yeah, I agree. I totally agree with everything you're saying.
But you know what I mean? Like, yeah,
Hmm.
I think, yeah, it's like we love you, and then it's like what Tupac said: they build you up to tear you down, kind of thing. It's the
Yeah.
it's the game you play of this business. Like some make it out, and some don't really. I don't know. It's a crazy business, and it's like I see so much of it, and I'm like, I mean, I guess it's like the risk you take. I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't know. I guess if you love it, keep it going. I say.
Mhm.
But I'm curious of this album, this the vibes of Level 5, this new single from your debut album Prewrite. Tell me a little bit about the process of this. um what brought you to this place, and yeah, what was the inspiration?
Yeah, so for on level 5, that's all of it. Kind of revolves around my 5D rap and me making it to the fifth dimension. So this the level 5 is all about being on the fifth dimension, and I feel like that song right there is a way for people to kind of realize, like, this is how it would feel when you're in that level 5, when you're in that fifth dimension where everything is good. You have that joy, you have that happiness, you have that love, that not no drama, just drama free, and you're able to kind of listen to that for 5 minutes, as the song is 5 minutes, and just kind of capture and vision, close your eyes or open your eyes, or just that you can just imagine that heaven on earth experience.
Yeah, no, I
Mm.
love that. And I like that, the topics that you're talking about, themes of self-admiration, just affirming peace, good vibes. How did you have you always been this way as far as like, empowering self, being a positive person and a high vibration?
I haven't. And I feel like most people who reach that type of that attitude, that mentalness, they all used to kind of be at a negative state, and then they kind of learn from experiences because life is an experience, and you're going to make mistakes. Even at me, who I am now, today, I can make mistakes, but at the end of the day, it's all about growing and understanding. Having to doing more positive things to negate the negative things. And so yeah, so as I grew older and matured a little bit more, I feel like that made me change. What made me change, I feel like, was when I kind of changed my diet because I went plant-based. Um,
Nice.
yeah, so I feel like once you do changes like that and other things, surrounding myself around um, people that have these good videos that they talk about a lot of positive things, and surrounding myself around a lot of positive things. I feel like that kind of helped me, and I kind of let go of some of the negative things, like whether it was people, friends, or whoever. Like I kind of let a little bit of that go, and I surrounded myself around so much good things. It kind of propelled me to be at that level of thinking to be able to make a song like a level five.
No, and I love that. And I think too, I mean, like you said it, yeah, I think a lot of people just, like you said, there's a lot of carbon copies. A lot of people don't want to think or share or even know, right? I think
Yeah.
it's like what Jay-Z said, people, the reason why we don't win is because we don't have the tools. And I feel like
Hmm.
a lot of times I feel like the information is key, and the more information that you can, give out, where that's what creatively is I guess that's what we do it for.
Hmm.
What is what like, in like when you mentioned level five about peace and high vibration, how do you personally stay connected to those frequencies in your daily life? As far as like, do you pray? Do you like to separate yourself from social media? Do you run? Do you exercise?
Yeah, so it's a little bit of all of that. Exercising, that's one of the good things. It's like you got to do things that's going to keep you at a high vibration.
Yeah.
Or like one of the things I was saying, like, right, you surround yourself around a lot of good things.
Yeah.
Uh, you don't want to, and then music is very important too.
Yeah.
So, like, if you don't want to listen to a bunch of songs that kind of make you sad, or they're talking about sad things, because what that does is it's kind of contagious
That's
in a
true.
way. So, if somebody's, making a song about how sad they are, how they going through this, through that, they have, demons or whatever, or they want to commit suicide, you got to kind of get away from that. And even for me, like now, like at me making this level five and this body rap, it's kind of hard for me to even go back and like sometimes play a Nas song or
Yeah.
any rapper song because it's kind of hard because now that I know, what I'm saying, it's like when you start eating all this healthy stuff and then you kind of try to go back and maybe eat a Big Mac or something. You like,
Right. Doesn't feel the
it
same.
don't sit well with the body. So it's like
Right.
that's kind of how it is with me now. Like with rappers, like it's kind of hard. Like I
Yeah.
be liking the songs, but it's like I can't play it that long because
Mm.
it just don't go sit well. So kind of once you get in that stage of just being around a lot of good things,
You
that
don't want
can
to go
keep you
back.
there. Yeah, you don't want to go back, and it's gonna feel so good, and then you're gonna see the difference, so like you never know what you got till you let it go away.
That's
So
true.
if you go with this good and then you try to go back to the bad, you're gonna be missing that good so bad, and you're like, okay, that's enough for me. So I'm gonna get back to the
Definitely.
what I need to be at. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. You described Prewrite as a musical essay. How do you plan to structure your future albums to build upon this idea?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the way I'm gonna do it is basically I'm gonna do it like the essay structure that we would do at school,
Okay.
where you start off at the pre-write phase, brainstorming, and then next would be considered a rough draft. And with the rough draft, that would be kind of like the essay, and it'd be so the song would be sentences,
Okay.
and paragraphs would be considered the album. But since I'm doing a rough draft, I'm just gonna do it as pages, but it'll still be paragraphs, and you'll be able to people will be able to tell that it's I'm leading to a next paragraph. Like folks like the album artwork, I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this. I'm thinking about doing like where it's like the album title without the cover, like kind of like the album art. The cover would be
Hmm.
like basically a page, like a notebook paper, and it have the songs written in paragraph form. So you'll
Hmm.
be able to read the sentences, and then you can read it as a whole entire essay.
Nice.
And so and there's so many songs, so it's kind of I'm working on that right now,
Nice.
figuring out the song structures. I already kind of got the beats and everything, but I just got to figure out the song structure before I get to record and everything, because I want to make sure that everything kind of aligns right. I don't want to just throw songs out there and then be like, oh, here we go, we got this song and then that song and like that. So like, I can share the first sentence. The first sentence would be like, I'm here now, and then
Hmm.
the second sentence would be Grand Rising everyone, and then I just keep
Gotcha.
going. So that introduction, so the introduction paragraph is going to have like sentences similar to that, and saying like music is what I love, and kind of introducing myself, and then
Nice.
letting them know everything like that, and then I come to the second paragraph, which is going to be 5D rap, where I say that, and then the third paragraph would be the grandchild of mine, so it's kind of like piggybacking off my song on Prewrite, it's called "My the Grandchild," and then the fourth paragraph would be spiritual travel, which piggybacks off the traveling song I have, and then the conclusion would be the last um, fifth paragraph.
Nice. That sounds amazing. Um, I have a fun question, and there's no wrong answer.
Okay.
The three levels of influence: money, power, and respect. And if you could choose only one of those things, which one would you choose and why?
Respect. I would choose respect. Um, and the reason I would say respect because yeah, I feel like out of all those three, respect is one of those intangible things that you can't buy. You can't buy respect. Um, Power, you can kind of somehow buy that a little bit, but respect, that's something you earn without it being paid in currency to you,
Hmm.
and it's very valuable. It's more valuable than the other two because once you got respect, you kind of got the power you in a sense, and you kind of you know the money. I don't try to be too materialistic on that subject, but um I would say, yeah, definitely respect because you can have all the money in your world and nobody can respect you. I mean, I'd rather be respected than be a billionaire. Um, so, and then the power, I mean, like I said, respect is greater than power. You got respect. Say like, I mean, I'm trying to think of something like maybe like, I don't know, somebody that's like a very big leader to somebody in a religious leader or anything like that. You're gonna respect them. Like even though that religious leader might not have a lot of money or power, but if you have that respect, then you kind of can have people learn under you and everything. So if people respected me as like Lyrical Chris, respected me as a rapper and everything, I would kind of have the influence. I don't even want to say power. I would have the influence for
Hmm.
people to listen to me and understand me. And I gained a lot of supporters, a lot of fans. And
Yeah.
then with me doing performances and all that, that's when the money comes.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, I would take respect all day.
Nice, nice. It's a great answer. Um, so, I know this business can be a little kind of crazy, especially this music world is just, I hear a lot of people say, well, it's best to be on your own. And I mean, you have people like Chance the Rapper who's independent, and you have, and everybody obviously wants to be on the mainstream, the big
Hmm.
leagues. I mean, that's where you make most of your money. But um, do you feel like nowadays with AI, that it's here, it actually makes things a lot easier for an indie artist to, kind of compete with the big leagues in a way?
I would say it's kind of harder. I feel like the reason I say it's harder because it's so easy to get into access through that door. Where nowadays it's like from what I'm seeing from when I used to when I grew up in high school and listening and all this stuff, like,
Hmm.
you know, it was kind of harder. I used to always kind of look at distribution companies and all. I looked at so much stuff, and I wanted to go, I wanted to be digital as everything like that. But I feel like now it's like anybody can make a song and get it released and it's out there. So it kind of oversaturates the market. And that kind of led me to want to be even more different. So I was like, wait a minute, I need to figure something out.
Yeah.
So me creating this genre of hip hop, that kind of really helps separate and over the oversaturation part of it. Because now once this genre really kind of kicks off, and I'm the only rapper, there's going to be more rappers coming. I know that for sure, but it's like it's going to help people that want to do this rap. If you want to rap, do this genre, it's easier for you to be able to get in. And but I won't say get in because the door would be hard. The gate would be kind of hard because you got to follow these rules on each song and everything. But the difference is would be great because you can go to somebody asks you, like, you tell somebody, "Oh, I'm a rapper,"
Hmm.
and they'd be like, "Okay, are you a 5D rapper or you just a regular rapper?" You telling you a 5D rapper, you're like, "Oh, okay." They're gonna be like, "Oh, you must be talented. I gotta listen to your music," because
Yeah.
they're gonna understand that. Oh, you have to really think about your stuff, and you really talented. Because it used to be a time where you could tell people, "Oh, I can rap," and they'd be so excited, like, "Oh, you can rap." But now it's like now it's like even me, like I could tell somebody, "Oh yeah, I rap," but I'd be like, I don't think they probably gonna take that well. They probably gonna be like, "Oh, here we go, another wannabe or something," you know. So it's
Hmm.
like, but now once I get the Fadi rap saying, "Oh, I'm a Fadi rapper," I'm not just rap, I'm a Fadi rapper. They're like, "Oh, you're very talented, bro. I want to hear your music." And then somebody else say they're just a regular rapper. They're gonna be like, "Oh, okay, he just out there trying to do something," you know. So they'll take you. I feel like they'll take people more seriously saying they're a Fadi rapper and all that stuff like that.
And I love that. I love that. Do you think, or I'm curious in from your point of view, is there any rapper now that you would say is a 5D rapper? Would you consider them a 5D rapper?
I can't think any. I listen to a lot of rappers and I could think of some songs.
Uh-huh.
I could think of some songs that maybe that can fit into that. Like Nas's song called "I Can." You
Hmm.
like, I know I can be what I want to be, like that.
Oh
That can
yeah.
fit in there. Um, and it might be a few other songs. I just have to think. At the top of my head, but that one right there comes on top of my head. But
Nice.
yeah, because it's hard it's gonna be hard for because they're gonna get them to think. Like it's a lot of rappers. It's rappers that I see that they're kind of itching the surface, like the Christian rap. They itching the surface,
Hmm.
but it's like they still have to like do a little bit more thinking and just kind of cross a little few words out and switch it and like kind of like substituting, like when you making a dish that
Yeah.
requires let's say it says you trying to make a cake and you're like, okay, well, this person is allergic to eggs, so we can't use eggs. What can we use? So we gotta use like something that can replace the eggs. And being plant-based, I don't eat eggs, so I already know what a replacement would be like to use either like flaxseed and some water or
Right.
sauce or anything like that to replace the egg, substitute the egg. So, or you can use like say milk. Somebody's allergic, they lactose intolerant. You
Yeah.
gotta switch the milk to like an almond milk or oat milk or anything like that. So little things like that. I mean, I feel like a lot of people are scratching the surface. It's just they would have to tweak a little few things, like substitute a few things, and they got it. So if they wanted to cross over, they'll be able to do it.
Nice. That's awesome. What advice would you give to, artists out there, up and coming artists that are trying to get in this business and do this music full time?
I would say it takes a lot of patience. It takes a lot of patience. You're not going to be somebody like, oh, as soon as you release something, like, oh, it's going to be big. Everybody's going to be No, no, it's like they got to understand that it's a lot of people that you. It's a competition. It's a business. It's like like you got to compete with so much stuff. It's like if you start a restaurant, you can't just be like, oh, well, I'm starting this restaurant. All my food's gonna taste real good, and people gonna just be coming, coming, coming. Yeah, you can have the best food in town, but it still is gonna take a while for you gotta be patient for people to start coming in because you might at the beginning, have a big loss, but then through time, once people really get that to know you, your reputation gets up, the respect that we was talking about, that gets up. So
Mhm.
people respect that you're a good cook. They respect that, your dishes stay clean. They respect that you have good customer service, treat people nice and everything like that. So all that comes. So you gotta be patient with that. So once that comes, then that's when you can feel something. But at the beginning, it's gonna be kind of lonely. You kind of trying to figure out who gonna like your music and if they're gonna keep playing music or they're gonna just be just somebody just like just one song or that. So it's like it's kind of you got to kind of be patient, build your brand and trust yourself. You got good music, keep doing it, and just know how to build yourself and be patient. That's yeah, patience is definitely key.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it is. It's I think we live in such a society where a lot of especially young people they want stuff to just happen right away and it's like, you know,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
even the greats got it overnight, it takes them time to get there.
yeah.
But like you said, it's a business and it's a process. And if you love what you do, that's the thing. I think a lot of people see the social media posts, see the glamorous shots, but they don't see the work that goes into, the
Mhm.
grueling hours, staying up late at night and no sleep just to, put some art out there.
Exactly.
But we love it. That's the thing. That's what makes it
Hmm.
exciting. Um, a fun question for you. So, if you could go on a coffee date with any music legend, living or dead, who
Hmm.
would it be, and what question would you ask them on your coffee date?
That's a good question. Who would I do? Oh man, it's a lot to choose from. Um, I would probably say Jay-Z
Okay.
because he's done the business side of it on ins and out and the music side of it. So I'd probably ask him and what would I ask? I would ask him what would it take to get on his level? And just to see like far as like when I say level, not like in the dimensional level, but like in a way like you know, the reputation, the respect, and being considered one of the best to ever do it. Like what, just to know what all he had to do, just learning everything from him, just being that sponge and soaking up all the information.
Right. Yeah, no, that's a great person to ask. I mean, the fact that he's been doing it for such a long time and
Yeah,
still somehow continues to stay relevant is I think the name of the game. Relevancy. And yeah, a lot of people kind of don't know how to keep that going. But yeah, that's a good
yeah.
one. It's a very, very good one. Did you I mean obviously I'm sure you heard about it. Everybody in the world probably most likely heard about the whole like, the Kendrick Lamar and the Drake situation and the
Hmm.
whole, the Super Bowl performance. A lot of people were saying, "Oh, he shouldn't have performed," and actually did that. And I mean, obviously, there's everyone has their viewpoints about it, but I'm curious,
Hmm.
as a rapper artist yourself, did you feel like that was a good move that he should do as far as like artistry, or do you feel like that's somewhat also what the people want, like you kind of have to placate towards the fans, and also maybe a part of him probably didn't want to do it but there's a part of him that has to. I don't know what your thoughts were on that performance.
Yeah, I felt like as far as what I like Kendrick. He's one of my favorites. But I would say, from the get-go, I never agreed with him beefing. I feel like that was kind of below him. It's low vibrational and everything. I feel like he didn't have to prove nothing or do anything to do that. And from the get-go. And him doing that on his full stage, I felt like, yeah, the people liked it, but at the same time, he shouldn't. I feel like he shouldn't have done that
Yeah.
because you're kind of making a fool out of not just yourself, but also your children. When they get older, they gotta see this, and you know you don't know because you're doing something that's not good. Right? Number one, you kind of disrespect another man and everything like that. But I felt like with your children are going to be watching this later on. You never know who gets bullied. Because I feel like a lot of I observe a lot, and I see like a lot of celebrities, children, they either they go through things that most children don't go through because their parents and everything they do stuff so crazy. Like even like a regular parent,
Yeah.
um like the moms or the dads, they be on their social media and they putting all these weird posts or videos and this and that, and then out of nowhere, those videos they stay there forever, and then when they get older, they're gonna be like, "Man, that was my mom, that was my dad doing that," So
Yeah.
just you just never know, and I feel like he could have set a better example
Yeah.
for the children and people that um, but at the end of the day, it was it's entertainment,
Yeah.
and if that was his decision, that's his decision. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was talking to someone. I think what made me kind of realize it was like I looked at it differently after someone kind of posed this question of like, think about it like, not just entertainment. And yeah, it's Super Bowl. Like and all the points you said, absolutely. But have we ever actually seen a beef with a country artist? It's always seems to be rap beefs, and I always
Yeah,
wonder
yeah.
why is it that a lot of
Hmm.
the, rappers are put on the, you know what I mean, chopping block
Yeah,
versus the
you're making a lot of sense because I was talking to somebody during the Super Bowl when they were doing the performance. I was like, there's no way a country would have did something like that where they just
right.
they're singing a song like I don't care about him, like that. Like,
Right.
like they'd be like, no, you can't be doing that. Like you gotta be professional. That what they would have said. So I feel like, we can't just be looked at as the laughing stock and embarrassing, like showing like it kind of helps feed the stereotype of how rappers are, and I felt like that kind of hurt it. It really hurt this the hip hop's and rap's image a little bit
Yeah.
to people that kind of don't really understand it or listen to it heavily.
Yeah. I definitely agree with you. Yeah, that's what I felt, and I was like, oh, when are we gonna, understand? Like, I mean, I guess I don't know if that's a part of the industry or that's a part of the whole game, but I mean, it touched on a lot of different things, even his performances. The whole, if you break down his performance, but that's another time for another day.
Yeah.
Um, what do you want people to walk away with after listening to the single?
Yeah, I want people to walk away and feel the power of the song or how it made them feel. Like think about how did that song make them feel when they listened to it, and then go play a regular song like a regular rap song, and then compare the two, and see how what I'm doing, which I like to call like it's kind of like magic, but not like a bad magic. It's good magic, and see that how it makes you feel playing that song every day, or even I remember telling somebody, go 30 straight days playing just 5D rap. None of it, nothing else. And then go another 30 straight days playing no 5D rap, play whatever you want. And see and kind of log how your life was. You know, how was it good when you was playing? Was things really going good? Was you living the song of level five? Of, I'm loving the times, I'm loving the vibes. Feels good to be alive. What when you play play those songs? Was you how were you feeling? And then that next 30 days, jot down how you feeling when you were playing, just regular rap. And then I feel like then they'll really get a pinpoint of what I'm trying to do and the power of what I'm doing and understanding. Okay, then you go back and like, okay, now I see what he means. This is what level five is. Level five is basically it's kind of like the healthy food section,
Yeah,
basically.
like raising
Yeah,
your vibration
yeah,
level.
raising your vibration level. So it's like the fruit, it's like the vegetables, and then you go on that, eat all that, and then kind of go back and just whatever, eat some sour patches or something, and go from there and then see how you feel. Like, and I feel like that's going to be a great example. That way they can kind of see it for themselves and hear it from themselves, and they'll really see the difference of playing my songs.
I love that. I love that. Really quick, where can people find you on social media to follow everything you got going on?
Yes, that's pretty simple. I tell people just Google Lyrical Chris and then everything will pop up on the first page.
Hey,
That's the
Googling.
best way to do it. Google, just Google it. That's all you have to do, and it'll lead you to everything. YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff.
Well, awesome. Hey, I'm happy. I'm excited for you. I'm happy that, this is, something that is raising the bar and it's different. And I'm loving it. I love that this is a new wave that you started. And again, congrats on everything you have going on. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, no problem. I'm glad I was able to come on, and you're a great person. I see good things coming in your life.
Thank you. I received that. Same for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you all for listening. And always remember to live, love, laugh. We'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.